So a key part of every day, as you can see behind me, we have horses. Well, there's nobody behind me immediately, but the key part to every day is feeding these guys, whether that's on season, off season, in the field, out of the field. So I'd like you to come along today, come feed the horses with me, meet each one, have a quick meet and greet, and we'll go from there. So this boy right here is a very special being. This is Griff, and I think Griff saved me more than I saved him. He was my first buddy. He's just very, very dear to my heart. Very good guy. He's basically built this whole business. He is the reason why this exists even. So whatever good it's done, it's come from him. And he's done a lot of good, I think. A lot of people have appreciated his work up here. When people say, hey, you're doing such good work, I'm like, well, it's actually pretty much Griff taking me out in the mountains and carrying me around. And all in all, good guy right there. So it's just one of those relationships that it's a bond that's so strong. So very special. Good man, Griff. Yeah. This is Raven. Come here, buddy. Sorry to disturb your breakfast. He's a great guy. He's a very mischievous young man. We all know this, Raven, to be true. But a very dedicated hard worker and essential to the cause and the mission, and more importantly, the family. And he has floppy lips. Right? So this is Hana. She's the newest addition to our family, and we've caught her with nose dirty with evidence of the cookie jar. This little girl is a sweetheart though, and she can continue to put her nose in the cookie jar if she would like. As you can see, she does not hesitate. So Hana, it's a really neat story, I think. She was born May 8th of last year, and her mom, which we'll introduce here in a bit, is a very beautiful girl that was saved from slaughter, and her father was saved from slaughter as well. Originally, I didn't really want to breed animals because I know that there's obviously a surplus of animals that are stuck in kind of the slaughter cycle there, and I would like to continue our mission of trying to save those guys. They ended up breeding. I didn't know. Found out that Willow was pregnant, and just kind of let things take their natural course. And it's a really special thing to see Hana come into this world and see full circle. Kind of these guys come from a slaughter-bound destiny on that path to just, for whatever reason they were put there on that path just to be killed. And very cool to have this little girl accompany us. She's going to learn about range riding. She's going to learn about the mountains, all kinds of stuff. She's a very smart little girl. She's very big. She's very sassy. But she's cute. But she's very cute. This is a beautiful Willow. She's a full-on Jedi, as you can see. Willow was rescued from slaughter, which is kind of the story that I was telling you about a little bit earlier, to see little Hana, her daughter, come full circle. But I'm getting to eat my horses. Ah, I love it. She's like, I'm eating breakfast. So as I was saying, she was rescued from slaughter, and she's done an incredible amount of work for my small business, which focuses on human-wildlife conflict mitigation. And she's done a lot of work in the realm of range riding. So we'll see her out there again in the field with her little baby girl sometime soon. Look at him. So this is Oren. He's a very special guy. He's the first horse that Griff and this whole mission and this whole small business actually helped out and rescued from slaughter. So really a special moment when we helped Oren out. Same day, but he was the first horse that we selected that day. And really special guy. He's come a long way. He's done a ton of work for this organization too. A small business. There's no organization here. This is me and these horses and these dogs. You know? But he's done a ton of work for Griff, the business, and Griff, the horse. So we really appreciate Oren. Honored to have him here. He's retired now. He's enjoying the rest of his life just in the sun. He's got a Jedi blanket on as well. Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate that. The other guys didn't really need him this long. It's been kind of an awkward winter, not really severe, so but I like to put a little extra warmth on this guy. And he likes it too, I think. Keep his bum warm a little bit. Hey, handsome face. Big handsome guy. This is T, T, Mr. Tulip, for the rest of you. He's a very sweetheart of a guy. So he had kind of a hard path starting, and he's not done a lot of work for us yet because it's taken some work just to even get to the point that we can touch him. But Titus is a very sweetheart of a guy. He's gone out a few times. He's got a heart of gold, and we're blessed to have him in the family. He came that same day that we rescued Willow, Moon, Oren, and here's the fourth guy. There's a little bit of a story that I'd like to share later about that and Titus's exclusive pumpkin chin video. Right here, you see that pumpkin chin? Zoom in on it. Get some muffin top right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This girl right here, beautiful girl. Her name's Koda. She's very different from the other ones. The other ones are all horses. She's a muley, you can tell by her big, beautiful satellites. And she will detect you and your presence and your whereabouts from wherever in the forest. She's like, don't show everybody my ears, Pa. She's a very good girl. She's done a little bit of work for the cause. She's kind of a spitfire inside, so taking that day by day, little bit by little bit. So meet Koda. She's a sweetheart. It's taken a long time just to be able to give her lovin's like that, let me tell you. This young man right here is a gentle giant named Moon. I'd like to point out the fact that he has the most handsome horse stash that you've ever seen in your life. It's a little tainted green by his alfalfa. But once waxed, it's a very beautiful stash, I must say. He's a great guy. He's the father of Hana that you've met already. And he's just a really all-around great guy. We nicknamed him Iceman. He kind of takes anything that comes at him. He's done a lot of work. But yeah, Moon's a great guy with a great stash and a great heart. Go back to fruit, buddy. Go back to eating. So when I first was blessed with the opportunity to have this property, it was just 2 horses and I. It was Griff and Raven. That was, at that point in time, all the horses that I needed to do my job. So these outbuildings that you see behind me, this big barn, and these couple of small little wooden structures were present. And that was the only kind of usable stuff that was here. When I first got here, this whole area was just littered with like cross fence down barbed wire. It was just kind of a mess, actually, to put it nicely and lightly. So I had to do some electrical fencing is what I started with. And that horse that you met earlier, little stinker Raven, about named him Loki, he's just so mischievous. He kept getting through that electrical fence. So what I ended up having to do is develop a new fence idea and find money to procure that fence because it's not cheap. Very big shout out to a person that believed in my work. She's the biggest private donor that I've ever had that's actually helped me out in my work, which is really just super gracious, super generous. And I'd like to say thank you very much to the McCausland family. Thank you to Jennifer, Jeff, and Jeff's daughter Betsy. And when I first met them, they had a beautiful dog named Greta, and thank you, Greta. So I really appreciate that, you guys. You guys really helped this come together. I wouldn't have been able to do it without your help. So a lot of my progress in the work that I do has really been graciously helped through donations, through people that believe in this, through organizations that are going to fund my work, independently. So thank you very much again from the bottom of my heart, Jennifer, Jeff, Betsy, and Greta. So thanks for coming to my home, taking the time to meet my family. Each one of them are very special and dear to my heart, and I hope to share their stories individually with you later. So right now I got some other things to do with them, and I will talk to you later. Catch you next time. If you really are enjoying what you're seeing in these videos, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, maybe 2. I don't mind 2. If 1's good, 2's better. Or subscribe, because that'll kind of keep you up to date, let you know when the newest videos are out, and we'll kind of keep trying to do our best to give you the content that you guys are liking. So thanks very much for coming along on this journey, and see you next time.